Hey fellow business owners, I want to talk to you about something that's probably keeping you back more than you realize, or maybe you do realize it, but you don't want to confront it. And it could be the number one thing for most of you out there that is keeping you back, keeping you from making any money or growing any influence or actually finding some peace in your life. And that one thing is an emotional need for acceptance from other people, especially when you send out invitations and invite people into what you're doing. So stick around for a minute. I'm going to talk for a moment in a way that it might help you to make a massive breakthrough that you need to make if you want to bump up your influence, your business, your paychecks, and so on and so forth. So check this out. Emotionally detach yourself completely from everybody that you talk to, especially people that you know, as well as strangers, cold market, warm market, family, friends, all of them. Your invitation, which goes to your posture, should be something along the lines of, I'd love to do this with you, but I'm going to do it with or without you. Take a look at it. If it resonates with you, great, we'll do awesome things and change the world. If it doesn't resonate with you, cool, go out there and at least you're on the path to finding something that does make sense for you, and I'll still be front and center cheering for you if it's my deal or some other deal. Doesn't that sound like fun? That's going to help you, for one thing, to get over your hang-up about being emotionally accepted by other people, because you just made yourself feel very good and you made your prospect feel very good. So that's going to help you out a lot, but it's not the only thing. There's an element here of your emotional ties to perhaps your past, and maybe people that have broken promises to you, or people that have burned you, or maybe a desired result that you want so badly for whatever your why is. And when people shoot you down, maybe you attach that to, oh, now I can't get this result that I want, and how this result's going to make me feel when I get it. And now you're thinking about how you're going to feel when you don't get a particular result, and how bad it's going to feel if you don't reach this financial goal or this health goal or whatever it is, or this goal for your family or for your kids, and how bad it's going to feel. And you start to attach that to those no's and people that say they're not interested, or people that just aren't ready right now. You have to break your tie from those and understand it's a numbers game. It's also, your posture is going to influence the numbers, but it's still a numbers game, and your numbers, your ratio is going to get better as you completely detach your emotions from the outcome. I'd love to do this with you, with or without you. I'm doing it, but I'd love to do it with you. If you're in, great. If you're not in, no big deal. At least you're on a path to finding something that does work for you. That's the message you got to communicate to people. And because hardly anyone else, almost nobody else is communicating that owns a business or has a deal to make money, when you're talking to somebody that hears that, it's going to be refreshingly very different and very awesome. And more times than not, you're going to find that when they do get into something like this, they're going to go to you because you're the only one that did not make them feel weird or stupid just for having concerns or not being ready, or maybe not being interested at all. Because I've had people flat out tell me no, they'd never be interested in a million years, but because I had that attitude and that posture with them, they actually gave it a shot, and I was the only logical choice for them to sign up to. And my heartbeat, check this out, this is so important, my heartbeat is steady. It doesn't go up or down. When I sell a high-end whatever, or I enroll somebody with a high-end purchase, my heartbeat doesn't go up, it's steady. If somebody says, no, you're stupid, it's a pyramid scheme, you're just selling snake oil, it doesn't even matter. My heartbeat, it doesn't go down, it stays even. And yours has to do that too. And then you're going to let the numbers play for you. And I'm telling you, if you get too excited when people get in, and you get too low when people say no or they're not ready, then the more you talk to people and the more you invite people, the more those invitations and your overall prospecting is going to pull out of you what will eventually ruin you and cause you to quit and give up forever. And you don't want the process to pull that out of you. You want the process to pull out some emotional strength and some emotional level-headedness, for lack of a better thing to call it, so that you can make this thing work. So if that's where you're at with your career right now, whatever phase you're in, whether you just started or you've been in this for a while, it doesn't even matter. If you are emotionally attached to the outcome, or whether any single individual, whether you know them or not, says yes or no, if you're emotionally tied to any of that, if your heartbeat goes up too much or down too much in response to what somebody did or said yes or no, then you need to work on that. Because if you don't, going through the daily method of operations, or the vital behaviors, or the core activities that will eventually pull something out of you that will drive you to quit eventually. So emotional strength is one of those things that will, if you don't have it, you won't make it. So you have to develop it. It's one of those things that once you develop it, your success is pretty much, I mean, you guarantee it to yourself because you've got the emotional strength and the strong constitution up here to see it as a numbers game, and to also improve your number ratio, your yeses to nos, because your posture is different when you're emotionally sound and stable. I hope that makes sense. It's one of those things that it'll make you or it'll break you. Let that create a massive breakthrough that maybe you need to have right now. This video is a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it was so important that you made it to the end of this video. Took some really great notes, watched it again, let this really sink in. And then as you build your own team, you've got to teach it too, and you got to be able to communicate it in a way that they're going to understand it. So take this, run with it, develop the emotional strength, build something wonderful, do something wonderful with people, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I know a lot of stuff, and I make these videos very regularly. I've got a huge resource of videos and information with this knowledge that I accumulate, because I'm very much engaged in my own personal development on a daily basis, and just pull from it whatever makes sense for you, whatever you need at any given time. Just use it. If it can help you, great, and I'd love to hear about it if it does. Take care, everyone. Till the next video. Bye.